When a client comes to see me after experiencing the death of a beloved animal companion, they are almost always overwhelmed by the intensity of their grief, looking for reasons why. Many times, the grief that follows the loss of an animal companion is stronger than even the grief following the death of a human. And that can be very overwhelming and sometimes concerning to someone. I've often had people express guilt over the intensity of their grief. There are a couple of reasons, though, that make this a little bit more understandable. First is the fact that the relationship between many of us and our animals is that of parent to child. Now, you can say, well, their lifespan is 1/5 of a human's. Yes, intellectually, we all know that. And intellectually, we all know that unless we're very old or something unexpected happens, we are more than likely going to outlive our animals. We know that intellectually. But the visceral relationship that we have with our animals is that of parent to child. They're completely dependent upon us for everything, for their food, for their care, for their shelter, for their love, and in a way that human children are to their parents. So even though we intellectually understand that we are going to outlive them, our gut reaction to their death is that it's an out of order death, because a child should never die before a parent. Not if that parent is 90 and the child is 70. The child still should never die before the parent. So the death of an animal companion is very much experienced as an out of order death. The second thing is that animals are such a source of unconditional love. They love unconditionally, naturally. They don't have to try. They come into this existence as unconditional love is their natural state. I personally believe that part of the reason they choose to come here is to teach us what unconditional love looks like and feels like, in the hope that we ourselves will come to emulate them, or at least try to. But they don't have to try. They just are. They are unconditional love. So when the physical representation of that unconditional love is taken from us, and the relationship causes us to feel that it is an out of order death, the way it is for a parent to a child, is it any wonder that the grief is so incredibly intense? I don't offer that explanation as any way to help, because really it can't. But I do think that to have that information, to have the possibility to have that perspective on the intensity of your grief, can make a difference in your experience of it.